Hi, it's been a little bit since I've done a Technical Tuesday, but here's one that kind of came up at a local three-gun match that I run, and a lot of my local shooters weren't aware of this technique, so it's something I thought I'd share here, and if you're not aware of it, maybe it's something to practice in your dry fire. So in this situation, we had two targets at about 45-50 yards, like a 2-inch round and a 3-inch piece of steel, and a barricade that you had to shoot engaged from each side. Now, it wasn't mandated weak side, but if you were to keep the gun on your shoulder and try to lean out, it was really unstable. I saw a lot of people having misses. It was just set up in a way intentionally that trying to lean around on your right side was, or on the left side of right shoulder, was going to be really difficult. So the technique that I use, and this is real quick. So one way that you can do it is just traditionally switching hands. So you switch to your left side. Now your left hand is on the gun and your right hand is further out. This would be if you're like a right-handed shooter. But the technique that I use is called a bump. And this was taught to me a little earlier this year, and it's something I've kind of practiced and used a couple times since then. So you just keep your hands in the same position and you bump it to your left shoulder. So in this case, for me, where I keep my hand normally is a little further out. So when I bump it, I have to slide this hand up kind of close to the mag well. And then you just do your lean out. And then if you have to go back to your right, it's a little bit quicker. So there's certainly times where you just want to switch to your left side and it's just going to be easier. But for a lot of situations, that just bumping that shoulder over is a lot quicker. Couple things to note, like I already said, you may need to move your support hand. So that's something you need to work on. Kind of getting a feel for where your cheek needs to be now that you're on your traditionally weak side. That's something you need to do. And so if you're running a red dot, eye relief is not really an issue with you. If you're running a low power variable optic, like this is a 1 to 10, if I try to do that with like a 10 power, I'm probably really going to struggle to get that eye box, get my eye in the eye box right where I want. Whereas if I'm running it down at like 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that, with a lot of scopes eye relief, it's really not that hard to still get that, get that good sight picture. But in general, I try to use as little magnification as I can to see the target that I'm shooting at. So hopefully this helps, something to practice in dry fire, and let me know if you got any questions or suggestions or tips or anything like that. Thanks.